There's a lie floating around that success equals sacrifice, that the only way to make millions is to give up your joy, your rest, your health, your peace. But I'm here to tell you it's not true. I built a multi-million euro business with flow, alignment, and boundaries, not burnout. And if that sounds impossible, stay with me, because in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I did differently and what you can start doing too. Hi, I'm Anne-Claire, and I've been a coach and a mentor for over a decade, helping people break free from limiting beliefs and create lives that feel rich, vibrant, and truly their own. I began my journey as a naturopath, holistic practitioner, guiding people toward physical healing before dedicating myself fully to coaching and transformation work. I'm also a published author with 13 books to my name, all rooted in one mission: to help you live, love, and create from the heart. First point I want to see with you is how I honored my energy, not just my to-do list. I built rest into my business model. Yes, you heard that well. I planned for rest the same way other people plan for launches. I didn't overcommit. I didn't try to be everywhere or please everyone. I let desire lead, not fear. That was my secret. When I first started out, I was a naturopath. I helped people heal their bodies, and I learned very early that the body whispers before it screams. If you ignore your own signals, your body will eventually make the choice for you. I lived with anxiety and insomnia for a very long time. Some days it felt like my life on earth was pure hell. When I finally found ways to feel better, it felt like seeing the light again. And I made myself a promise. I would never build a life or a business that requires me to abandon myself. I stopped doing what drained me, even when it made sense, on paper. I started doing what turned me on, what felt expansive, alive, meaningful. And that's how energy compounds. That's how you build wealth from overflow and not from exhaustion. So grab your notebook. What is your body whispering to you right now that you might have been ignoring? And if you honored your energy instead of your to-do list, what would change? What would you do today? Second point, very important on my journey. I followed my heart and not someone else's blueprint. There's a reason my programs are called Make Money from the Heart or Coach from the Heart. It's because I really live by that. I didn't build this by following other people's formulas. I created offers that felt like art to me, not chores. I trusted my intuition more than the latest funnel strategy. And you know what? People feel alignment and coherence. They can sense when your energy is clean. They can tell when you're excited about what you're offering. And that's what sells. I created from a place of passion and enthusiasm, from joy, from creativity. And the truth is, when you create something that lights you up, it lights other people up too. That's magnetism. That's marketing at its purest. You build trust funnels and not sales funnels. You touch people's hearts. That aliveness they feel in you, they want for themselves. So my questions for you: are you building what excites you or what you think will be approved by others? Where are you following someone else's blueprint instead of your own intuition? And if your business were a piece of art, what would it express? You may want to pause this video and explore. Third thing I wanted to share with you, I built systems that supported freedom. It didn't come after I made money. I came to design it into my business from the beginning. Recurring income with payment plans, delegation, boundaries. It took me a few years to figure out what worked for me. I've been an entrepreneur to that day for 13 years. But eventually I did. And I wasn't afraid to make mistakes. I learned by trying things. I wasn't just building a business. I was designing a lifestyle that I wanted to be sustainable in the long run. Freedom is not a result of money. It's a mindset, a structure, a rhythm you bake into your process. And I decided that I didn't want to be the woman constantly running on adrenaline. I wanted to be the woman who creates, inspires, enjoys, who works every day, yes, but also walks 10 to 15,000 steps in nature with her dog, who has time to enjoy her life with her partner, her cats. And for that, I needed systems that worked even when I was resting, even when I was dancing. So I built courses that sell while I sleep. I trained my team to operate without me checking every detail. And I stopped feeling guilty for wanting time, because time is true wealth. So where in your business can you create more freedom, even in small ways? And what would change if you designed your business around your energy? What could you automate, delegate, or simply delete? 4. I regulated my nervous system. This one is big. Abundance flows when your body feels safe, not when you push, not when you hustle, not when you're trying to prove your worth. I had to heal the part of me that believed that I had to earn rest, that I had to struggle to deserve success. So I practiced what I teach. EFT, tapping, I love it, vision work, conscious self-support. I learned to pause instead of panic, to breathe instead of rush. Balance is key. It's so important. You cannot create abundance from a dysregulated nervous system. You might make money for a while, but you will lose your peace and eventually your health. Now my business rhythms align with my hormonal cycle, my energy levels, and my intuition. That's not lazy, that's intelligent, that's sovereign. One thing I always do during a launch, for example, I book massages. It helps me step away from my computer and open myself to receive. The more relaxed I am, the more I allow myself to receive. And the more money I make. That's my belief. And you can steal it from me. Question for you. What does safety feel like in your body? And how often do you let yourself feel it? Where do you still equate rest with laziness? And what would happen if your nervous system became your business mentor? Number 5, I surrounded myself with aligned, regulated people. Environment matters. It either fuels you or drains you. I stopped spending time with people who glorified burnout, the no-off day crowd, the ones who confuse chaos with success. I started surrounding myself with people who believe in rest and results, pleasure and profit, luxury and peace. My friends, who are also coaches, most of them, ask me how I sleep, how I digest, how my mood is. They love me like that. They celebrate me each time I choose what feels right, and not only when I hit financial milestones. No drama, no comparison, just growth, flow, and emotional safety. Because the truth is, you rise faster when you're surrounded by people who regulate instead of react, who collaborate instead of compete. If your environment doesn't reflect the kind of future you want, it's time to upgrade it. Ask yourself, who around you expands your nervous system and who contracts it? Do your closest relationships celebrate your peace or only your productivity? And what kind of energy do you want your next level of success to be built on? There was a time when I didn't have that clarity. I was seeking advice from people whose life didn't reflect the harmony I desired. I stopped doing that. I realized the people I allow close to me have to honor my vision, to help me reach my highest potential, not dim my light. And I do the same for them. Letting some people go is painful, but it opens space for better love. Today, I'm surrounded by really supportive people who celebrate my growth instead of fearing it. And that's part of abundance too. Your relationships are either investments or debt. Question for you. Who are you still seeking validation from and why? Which relationships truly support your highest expression? Realize how many lives you're going to touch if you're truly at peace. You're going to be a creator, so powerful. And true sovereignty is never selfish. You will create ripple effects when you stand in your power. Today, not only I have created jobs, but my abundance also allows me to support my friends and community. Wealth for me isn't about accumulation, it's about circulation. It's love in motion. When you rise, everyone connected to you rises too. So let me ask you, where are you burning yourself out in the name of success? Where are you still overgiving, overworking, overproving? And what are you ready to do differently? Because you can build your dream business and life without losing your health, your joy, and your peace. Drop a heart in the comments if you're ready for peaceful prosperity. And if you're building wealth from the heart, subscribe. This is where we create million euros lives without losing ourselves. Burnout is not a badge of honor. It's a leak in your wealth container. The more I slowed down, the faster I grew. And I will say it this loud. You don't have to suffer to succeed. You get to create wealth with love, with joy and rest. That's the real flex. This is your reminder that alignment, not exhaustion, is a real currency of success. And I'll see you in the next video.